friends, and welcome back to another video. So today I decided to take on the Booktuber Bio Tag. And I was actually tagged to do this by Isabel, so I'll leave her channel link down below. Thank you so much to Isabel for tagging me to do this, and I'll also leave the creator of the tag down below as well. So I kind of view the Booktuber bio as kind of similar to the Booktube newbie bio tag, so I'm just gonna do this one, and I think that it'll be a good way for you guys to get to know me a little bit more. I feel like there's so many aspects of people that you don't really get to see in the normal like Booktube videos, so I think this will be a fun one to get to know me a little more. And if you want to do this and you aren't tagged, please feel free to do it and tag me. I'd love to see your answers as well. All right, so the first question is, who are you? Share a little bit about yourself, as much as you feel comfortable sharing, of course. All right, so my name is Jackie. If you didn't already know that, I know it's on my channel page, but I don't mention it a lot. And I just want to say that I am a graduate master's student. So I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. I know this isn't a very well-known fact about me, but I am a major mental health advocate. I believe in making therapy and mental health resources as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. So especially for underserved and underprivileged communities, I think it's very important to make sure that they have access to mental health care. If you follow me over on my Bookstagram, you might see that I do occasionally share some like quotes and some posts about mental health, because I am a major mental health advocate and I believe in the importance of getting mental health care. I also identify as a Latina woman, and again, you might have seen this in my bios on my Instagram or Goodreads if you follow me elsewhere, and I really identify with that part of my identity. I am a Spanish speaker and reader and writer, and I would say that I am like proficient in speaking and fluent in reading and writing. My speech sometimes leaves a little bit to desire because of just like my accent, and sometimes just some pronunciations is a struggle bus to get it out, but I'm very fluent at reading and writing it. So another thing about me is I also love to travel a lot. I'm actually going to be going on a trip to Europe in the end of this month, so very soon, and I just would love to explore all of the world if possible. I am a major history buff, a major history nerd. I love exploring things about different cultures as well, and different things about people's identities. I love anything that explores that kind of explains why I love historical fiction so much. I just love diving into different cultures and learning what kind of forms that for people in different places. And I also like to bake. This is something that I haven't really engaged in as much, especially with starting my booktube channel, but I do occasionally like to bake something, usually pre-bought from the store, but I'd like to get more into like making my own bread and making my own kind of things like that. I'm not big into cooking, but I do enjoy baking a lot. And a little known fact about me is actually that I raised a future service dog. When I was an undergraduate student, I raised a future service dog as a volunteer for the Canine Companions organization. They are a national nonprofit that provides free service animals to people with disabilities. So they're absolutely free of charge. And I volunteer puppy raised a black lab who is now working as a hearing dog. So she's out there in the world kind of helping another person, and it was such a fulfilling experience to do. I know I don't really talk about it on here, but she holds a special place in my heart. That dog will be with me forever, and I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to do it and give back to my community in that way. I'm always looking for new ways to give back to the community, and you know, all the work that I kind of do outside of booktube and all of this stuff is about trying to serve the community in some way. Finally, I just wanted to mention that I'm a major music lover. So my favorite artist currently is Hozier, but I love listening to music. If I'm not listening to an audiobook, I'm usually listening to music. I just love the expressiveness of it. Music has gotten me through some difficult points in my life, so I really love it, and I'm a big music aficionado. I used to play the clarinet in school, and I definitely would love to learn to play another instrument. It's something on my bucket list to do. All right, so the next question is, how long have you been on Booktube? So I have been watching Booktube videos for I think almost a decade. It's been a really long time that I've been watching it. But as for making my own videos, I initially started with a Bookstagram in 2020, which I'm still currently running. I took a little bit of a hiatus for a while, but I'm back and at it. And I took my first shot at making Booktube videos in like 2021, and I made like 3 or 4 of them, but I just did not stick with it. it. I think it was just too much of a commitment at the time and I wasn't ready to take it on yet. I was still getting used to Bookstagram and dipping my toe into the community, but now I feel like I have a firmer grasp into it and I have just more ability to just make the videos now because I've learned so much more about myself and about other people. So I think I'm at a better place to start making videos. So I would say that I've been actively posting consistently since January. So it's been about 3 or 4 months and I'm excited to see what the rest of this journey will hold, and I've been loving it so far. All right, the next question is, what kind of books do you like to read and has Booktube had an effect on what you read? So I primarily like to read 3 genres or a mix of any of these 3 genres, and those are historical fiction, fantasy, and romance. I love all those genres. I like historical romance, I like historical fantasy, any kind of mix there, romantasy, I love that. But I am trying to branch out of my comfort zone, and I think Booktube has influenced me probably to read more popular books than I was reading before. I just kind of read whatever and I didn't really like look into how popular things were before I watched a lot of Booktube, but I have been like guilty of reading some more popular books just because I want to see how I personally feel about them. But it has also caused me to want to branch out more. I've been reading more nonfiction books and I'd love to get some more into other genres like thrillers and mysteries, things that I have traditionally avoided in the past. All right, and then the next question is, what do you love most about making Booktube videos? And I think first and foremost, it has to be the community. Just the community aspects and the bonding that you can have with people who also have this shared interest in reading books is something that I really appreciate. And I love how expressive Booktube videos can be, and they're really giving you a fuller sense of a person, not just their thoughts on the books, but also on that person and their personality in a way that I feel like Instagram and TikTok just really can't because of the short form or limited access that you have with that content. So I personally love Booktube best, but I also enjoy Instagram for the aesthetics, of course, and TikTok is nice if you just want to see a quick video and get a quick recommendation. And I love being able to express all of my opinions in a way that I just wasn't really able to on my Bookstagram. Again, I love my Bookstagram still, but there's so many things that I just can't share on there. It's just not the same as Booktube. I also really enjoy making thumbnails and trying to make them aesthetically pleasing. I've been on a bit of a journey trying to figure out what I like with thumbnails, what I don't, testing some different things, just throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks. And I've really been enjoying the process. I love the creative outlet that it is and just the expressiveness of it. So any part of Booktube that involves being expressive, whether it's being on camera, whether it's designing thumbnails, I love all of that aspect of it. It gets me to be in touch with my creative side, which I feel like I'm lacking in other aspects of my life, so I really enjoy it. All right, so the next question is, what do you not enjoy about making videos? And I will say sometimes the prep can be a little bit tedious, a little bit long, but I usually enjoy most of that process. I would say for me, it's really just the editing process. I am a bit of a recovering perfectionist, as I like to call myself, and so it can sometimes take me a really long time to edit a video, and my laptop is not the newest, it's a little bit old, she has some years on her, so sometimes she lags a little bit or struggles in the process, especially with some of my longer videos. Like I know with my book haul video and my bookshelf tour video, like she lagged really hard and those were difficult to get edited, but I'm glad that I made them and we're pushing through, and maybe there will be an upgrade in technology coming soon. All right, so the next question is, what video on your channel are you most proud of? Now, I would say the one that I'm most proud of in terms of views and engagement definitely has to be my 2025 bookshelf tour. I did not expect the number of people to watch it that did, and I really loved that it got to reach so many new people. I thought that was really cool. But personally, if I'm picking a video or video series that I think I'm most proud of because of the production value, the work that I put into it, I would say it's my Outlander review series. I know that they're not my most watched videos. They're not the most popular, I get that. But I do pour a lot of myself into those videos. I spend so much time writing my notes for them, revising the notes, filming, editing, the whole process. And I always make sure that I include a spoiler-filled section and a spoiler-free section in these reviews. And I just love making them. They are a true passion project for me, and they're just something that I will always continue making even though they aren't top performers for my channel. I just feel like they are something that I need to share my thoughts on and be expressive about, especially because I love the series so much. And after I finish the Outlander series reviews, I will definitely move on to another series or to other books that I really love. The goal for my channel is always to make other content, yes, but also to highlight the books that I absolutely love. All right, so the next question is there anything you wish was different about Booktube? And I think I wish it was easier to navigate it and find smaller creators. My biggest struggle with it is that I always get recommended the same kind of videos or the same kind of creators, and they tend to be obviously creators that have like 20,000 subscribers or 100,000, or they're bigger channels, maybe even 5 or 10K, but I don't really see the smaller channels on my page very much, and I have to really hunt them down. So I wish it was easier to find that. And I also wish it was easier to find people that had similar reading tastes to you. I feel like it can sometimes be a struggle to find people who have very similar tastes, and you really have to hunt them down and look for them. But I've really been enjoying the process of finding people that I can really bond and connect with in that way. All right, the next question is, name 3 books that you have reviewed on your channel that you feel represent you as a reader. Now, I haven't done too many reviews, and then most of the reviews that I have done to this point are Outlander books, but I will say that my Firefly Lane review and my Outlander series reviews really represent me as a reader. They represent my love for fantasy, for historical fiction, for all of those aspects and mystical things that happen in the Outlander series. And also just my review in my monthly wrap-up for All My Rage really represents who I am as a reader. That's another facet of my reading. I like to read really hard-hitting non-fictions and fiction books and things that will make me think, and I think that also represents that part of me. All right, and then the next question is, name 3 booktubers whose content inspires you. And I'll probably name more than this, and I'll tag them all down below as well, but I would say Faith from Faith's Reading Things. I just love her content. I love her reading vlogs. I love how genuine and accessible she is. She seems very authentic to me. I also really love Books and Lala, so Kayla, and she is great. I love her opinions on books, and she's not afraid to go against the grain. I love her booktube series videos where she's like reading booktubers' favorite books and things like that. I love how creative she is. She is inspiring to me in that aspect. I also really love Peru's project. So Reagan, she just has such a cozy vibe to her channel, and I love her reading vlogs. I feel like very day in the life with them. They're very nice videos to relax with, and I definitely would like to make more vlogs in the future. And then I would say also Christy from Christy Reads a Lot. I just love all her recommendation videos. She reads so many books that she can recommend so many things, and we like a lot of similar genres. She's very into historical fiction and romance, and those are, like I said, some of my favorite genres. And also Abby from Abby's Books. I just love her content. I've been following her on TikTok first and then on YouTube, and I really connect with her. She is relatable, and I love a lot of her fantasy book recommendations, and I have taken some of those and definitely want to read more from that. So I appreciate all of these booktubers, and definitely ones that I'll continue watching and will continue to inspire me. All right, and then the final question is, share the love. It can be challenging to find your audience, so share 3 booktubers who need more hype. Again, I'll probably share more than this, but I'll say Michelle from Literary Michelle. I'll leave her channel link down below, or Literary Me is her name, sorry. And Paloma from Amor Paloma. I'll leave her also linked below. Then I would also say Michelle from Michelle Lauren Reads, and Emily from MCAT Reads, and Megan from Megan Marie Reads. If I think of anyone else, I'll definitely leave them tagged down below. And please give all these channels all the love. I tag some people that have around 100 subscribers, but I also tag some people that are smaller than that, so definitely check them out. I really like their content, and I definitely think that you might enjoy it as well. All right, so that's gonna be it for the Booktuber bio tag. I hope that you got to know a little bit more about me, and I appreciate you coming on this journey with me. If you like this video, give a like, comment, and subscribe. I would absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much to each and every one of you that watches my videos, and wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope that you are doing well, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!